Hello, this is Angela, and thank you for checking out Her Divine Light Intuitive Tarot for the Goddess Within. I am posting this video for the first time, and if I'm posting it, it means that my energy has connected to your energy and the energy that surrounds us on the earth to convey a message. I have been led to read cards intuitively on a somewhat untraditional level that many people may find here on YouTube. I started watching a lot of the readers, and as I learned discernment on what does apply and what doesn't apply to my own story, I picked up on a lot of the same cards being used, a lot of the same imagery being used through the Rider-Waite, which is definitely a great, decks to use, but that was one that I actually never picked up because I felt that the world of tarot was so intriguing. However, the standard symbols and that was not. So I have gone more on a spiritual venture through a divine intervention that occurred last April, which I'll tell you more about as time progresses, has really taught me how to reground myself, how to truthfully look within to find answers to, what was blocking me from moving forward, even to finally recording a video and posting it online. Although my spirits and my, synchronicities were like going off the chart, I kept denying it. But, I'm just going to go with the flow. And if, like I said, if I posted this, we're all meant to be in this together. And I found that there's so much symbolism through simplicity. And the cards that I'm using here today are the Medicine Woman cards by Carol Bridges. I also like working with animal tarot decks, animal guides. My guides, my magical animal is a unicorn, so the more I hear or see unicorn cards, I always know that I'm on the right track. And I use the medicine cards by Jamie Sams and David Carson. And animals, just the details in cards have so much information, and often people just overlook that and go off of the name of the card. So we are going to do something a little different. The format of these cards, there's no special rhyme or reason to it. I just kind of play around with them. Sometimes I feel that when you touch different cards, they can piece together a different story. I'm just going to meditate on these cards for a moment. Awesome. Okay, so with the medicine cards, they have animals for, each card has a different animal on it. There's no photo, no picture, no background scenery. It's simply the animal. This card is actually one that when I completed my own totem animal reading, that this card came out, and if a blank card is chosen, you can actually write in the name of an animal that means something to you, which this is the animal for myself of illumination, of guidance on the spiritual journey. And I hadn't written it down on here, but it was actually for the unicorn. So I just had to share that if I ever see unicorns and things of that nature, I know that I'm on the right path. So that is super awesome, but I'm going to set that one aside for now. Sometimes spirits like to communicate little things to me as well, so thank you. And I hope to connect with other energies of divine white light who have been, praying for signs, praying for answers, and maybe today I'm your sign and you are mine. So let's connect and see what stories unfold. I call upon the divine, my spirit guides, spirit animals, angels, ancestors of 100% white light, who vibrate at the highest frequency of love and light through the Word of God. I ask if there's any messages that you would like to convey to the beautiful spirits of the Divine Feminine who may be seeking answers through our elements, earth, fire, air, water, from all directions, north, south, east, and west. Please share with me 3 cards. If 3 cards you would like to convey a message with. Ooh. Okay, so the first card that we're starting with is the Wheel of Fortune. What did this harvest? Can you give me another message on the Wheel of Fortune? Are there any decisions that need to be made on the Wheel of Fortune? Any struggles holding us back from taking the chance? What is a chance to take on the Wheel of Fortune? What can we do to get this harvest? Totem of Arrows, which is the 4-legged coyote. And how discernment goes hand in hand. Okay. Oh. Balance is justice. Okay. Are there any additional cards? This is beautiful. I've actually never seen, and so I got kind of excited about that coyote. Are there energies of love and light? Thank you for these cards. Are there any additional cards? Oh, we just got 2 more. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh. Wow. So the first card that was pulled here is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, in this card, the Wheel of Fortune is all about harvest. It's about bounty. I found it fitting that this was the first card that I pulled for my very first reading, because it's all about taking a chance. It's about, am I going to turn to the left, or am I going to turn to the right, or am I going to let the universe just take my hand and spin me around? You know, she'll never let me fall. And if by chance I do, she'll be right there again to help pick me up again. So the harvest, I find it super fitting that it's also appearing in September, which makes me feel that at this point it's about, you know, the seed that may have been planted into the earth, and as time has progressed, that bounty has arisen, and within the bounty, you know, allowing the rays of the sun, the energy, to, you know, take those seeds and lift them out of the ground. And often I just picked up on the fact of, with the harvest growing, it's not necessarily about physical objects growing out of the ground. It's not necessarily about birth of something. Where I am picking up is energetically right now is through, I do a lot of like Reiki, and where I'm working on like raising my vibration through the Solfreggio frequencies. And this just reminds me of almost the rebirth, I suppose, that I have experienced from allowing the energies of the earth, of what surrounds me, to permeate through my physical skin, through the layers of energy that needed to be reworked, to open myself up to be that seed who comes out of the ground. You know, often in order to even rise up, you have to remove what's on top. If there's a lot of soil and it's dry soil that hasn't been nourished, hasn't been taken care of, the harvest, no one's saying it's not going to come, but it may not come as fast. And this could be that example of why it's showing the fall. Why it's, yeah, I'm just getting off of that, kind of that time frame in the course of a year. It's that 10th month. Now, I know the 10th month is October, but that could be, so many people start again in January. But it takes us a little while to get started then. So this could correlate with either of that. I'm sorry. There's like a beautiful crow outside, and I'm, getting distracted with the like cutest things around me. Okay, I'm so sorry. Coyotes, they're somewhat elusive, somewhat mysterious. Sorry, I'm going to take a drink of tea here. Coyotes, yeah, there's that elusiveness because you don't always see a coyote, and often when you see a coyote, they scare you and you're thinking, oh my gosh, there's a coyote. But, in reality, the coyote is just thinking, when are you going to go somewhere so I can come in and do what I need to do? So it's about being sharp, being focused, but somewhat playing the fool of playing the fool of letting people think that they are the ones in control. That seeing what wasn't seen before, and by using your wisdom, your cunningness through your eyes, through the awareness, that could even be your intuition, and just the ears, the eyes, the nose, using that, your sense, your eyes, your ears, your nose. And if this is, people who are on a spiritual journey like me, it may be going through, those clairvoyant energies, clairsentient, clairaudient, just picking up on what's around you to find that balance. Finding the balance within is what led you to the harvest. And in this card, what I love is that balance and justice, it's not, you don't see a fist in the air and it being something painful. There's a couple at the bottom here. Oh, sorry, it's super blurry. I get excited. There's a couple at the bottom who they are elders. And above they're holding the sphere. Now they're not completely holding it. She's holding it with two hands. He's only holding it with one. So it makes me think that it's not the weight of the world. But the balance is that you're, from seeing the simplicity, from seeing that the open road, you can see how, there's one teepee, there's one man and a field. And then you have this deer or a small elk grazing in the grass. And, the deer is all about innocence. It's about gentleness. There's nothing in its way. There's nothing to, there's no cars driving down the street or buildings with bright lights on it. There's nothing. All you see is the moonlight. It's starting, it's finding a balance, I think, from having that bounty and having a life of simplicity. And not being overly consumed, but not taking away from yourself. And there's a ton of cute little animals down here that I just love so much. There is a little tiny squirrel, if you can see it. Let's see. There's a cute little squirrel here. And, squirrels are social animals. They come with preparing, they ask you to kind of stop and listen. Squirrels, you see them coming out, running up a tree, and they're gone. But there are times where in the midst of the run, they can stop and look you straight in the eye with nuts in their mouth and shoot off, get rid of them all, come back. My camera just died. I was going on and on about the animals down here. However, it's a balance of modesty and bounty, you know, of growing together and seeing how far you came. You know, look at the harvest that over the years of growth, of aging, of the wisdom, you know, you're getting this final harvest. The time that we all put in to get to this point has worked off. Now, what is the balance and the wisdom led us to? Now, the seeker, this is the High Priestess. What I love about the card is that the High Priestess is one. Oops. The High Priestess is a person who has connected with the elements. Here you have the earth, you have hibiscus flowers, which is all about, you know, beauty, being, you know, it's a very delicate flower. So you have the earth, you have the water, you have the trees with their roots that are able to grow through the earth because of the nourishment of the water, and then you have the radiation of the sun coming through. Now, you also see her with a, oh, sorry, that was so out of focus. I'm just going to set these down here. You also see a mirror in her hand. And the mirror, this is about needing to look in, looking inward, taking the time, grounding yourself, looking inward. Is what is allowing for this new cycle. Or you could look at it as the beginning of this new cycle, that wheel of fortune that may have led to, you know, you having to make a choice, was you learning the wisdom of finding balance, and within being the seeker of this, from getting a new chance, you know, you've become the High Priestess. You have mastered combining all four elements. I feel like this in itself is one part of the story. Now, in asking for another, for a little more clarity on the cards to connect them, I then got the Ten of Stones. Now, the Ten of Stones in this deck, stones are the coins. Stones are the coins, and this is, you know, within working through this cycle, you found your 10 of coins, you know, your 10 of pentacles. Tens going right off of that wheel of fortune, that sign of completion. Now, pentacles doesn't have to be financial riches. It can be riches of putting work into something that you love and seeing the happiness of other people. You know, taking the step to connect with the energies around you and start to, you know, intuitively read tarot cards. That is something that you put your effort into and it came out. Now then, this was such a beautiful reading. The Nine of Pipes, the pipes are the wands. So the Nine of Wands too, you know, I'm just looking at this beautiful picture. And what I love is that, you know, you see this golden eagle with its wings spread open, flowing through the breeze, feeling free, feeling confident. And you see this person looking up towards the sun, absorbing that energy. It's almost like the energy off of the harvest. You know, before I pulled the last card, this was the final card. So I like to think that, you know, the freedom, by seeking, you know, by seeking yourself, by looking within, you know, eagles are such a testament of just overall strength in life. It's all about healing. It's all about creation, and it's all about connecting with spirit. Now, the eagles are always a new beginning. You know, it's always exciting to see an eagle. You don't always get a new chance, and you're getting that new chance. You're getting the energy of the work that you're putting in. Now, this too goes hand in hand with the law of attraction, that what you give out is what you receive. So it's all about, you know, the opportunities that the eagle may have brought to you, new chances that were taken. You know, you can take this new beginning, and the new beginning could be a spiritual awakening, which is exactly what so many of us are going through at this very moment. Now, in order for you to get to the end of the journey, you have to remember to stay grounded. Even when you're going high, you have to still be able to ground yourself, find your truth, so you can remain connected and balanced. So you can be the one who, you know, connected and balanced, it's perfect, because I just think about the connection and balance of being one with the earth. How it's just beautiful. The feet and the trees so close, and connecting with the high priestess and just feeling the energy. It's almost as if this energy from the Wheel of Fortune is shining through the high priestess, coming down into the Ten of Stones, and within the Ten of Stones it's coming over to the Nine of Pipes. It's just this flow of energy that has come down into the Harvest Lodge. Now the Lodge in this deck, the Lodge is the Queen. So this is the Queen of Pentacles. Now with this Queen of Pentacles in her home, it's a home filled with abundance. It's not a castle, it's not huge, but it has what she needs inside. You know, she has food to eat. She has a blanket. She has the necessities that she needs. The light that's shining here, it reminds me of a crystal. And the crystal, you know, I'm really learning, I'm getting more involved with crystal work. I think it might mean I should pull a crystal mandala oracle card, actually. But it's the light, you know, it's seeing the light, shining the light on her harvest. It's that connection of, it's beautiful. You are literally, if you go downward, the queen of your harvest. You know, this too could be the connection between that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to pull one of the medicine cards to see if there is an animal that would like to present an overall energy for this reading. Dear spirit animals, dear spirit totem of the north, south, east, west, above, below, and within. Is there any message? Is there any animal that would like to come forth and speak to convey a message to the other feminine energy who too work with their spirit animals to find guidance and strength on our spiritual journeys? If there are any spirit animals that would like to share a message on this reading, please feel free to come through these cards now. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it was on this reading or a different reading. Okay, I had a ton of cards just like fly over at me. But I don't know if you... I just love the universe sometimes. I really, really do. I mentioned something about unicorns. That unicorns are my personal animal guide to show me I'm on the right spiritual path. They illuminate my path. Unicorns are just such a magical animal, and I know I'm not the only person out there who looks forth to a unicorn as guidance, and the animal that wanted to shed light today is the unicorn. I'm sure you're looking at it like, Angie, what the heck? But on these cards, and a turtle, on these cards, one animal is shown. There are 9 cards that come blank, and within the 9 cards you are able to fill it in with an animal that resonates with yourself. So for myself, I didn't write it in yet, but this was the card about the unicorn. Now I'm going to just take a quick peek at the turtle. Oh, how beautiful. Turtle. Turtle is the oldest symbol for the earth. It is a personification of goddess energy and the internal earth itself. If you have a turtle totem, you must be mindful of returning to the earth for what she has given you. Honor the creative source within you. Use water and earth energies to create a harmonious flow in your life. Ask the earth for assistance and her riches will pour forth. When you learn to ground yourself to earth's power and strength, you place focus on your thoughts and actions and use the earth's limitless energies rather than your own to accomplish your will. Now, if I may say, for me, getting this unicorn is awesome. And actually, it was the first card I pulled. This is wild. It came out twice. But for this overall reading, having a turtle is so wonderful, especially because this channel is going to be all about connecting with our inner selves, connecting with the earth, connecting with the real foundation of becoming our... Sorry, it died again. Well, that is what I am here for. Now, just a quick, just something to go off of to close this reading out. The turtle and the color green. The color green is all about your heart chakra. The heart chakra is our main source to connecting to every energy around us. Opening your heart truly allows you to go within. You can open up your mind, and opening up your mind shows you what you need to focus on. I believe getting to this reading on YouTube is you opening your mind. Your mind is open. You are being guided to me, to talk to me. And the way in which you and I can continue to connect is if you open up your heart. Your guides are asking you to open your heart. If you were drawn to me, a feather, it's always a sign that our angels, our ancestors, our spirit animals, our ascended masters, whatever you believe in, whoever follows you, that's of the highest vibration of love and light, they are guiding you to open up your heart. If you are enjoying this reading, I know that I was kind of, I'm excited. It's my first one. But if you were guided to me and you feel that, hey, maybe this girl's going somewhere, she might be onto something, or I'd love to hear more, definitely, either like this video or subscribe, because then we can definitely make sure that we are connecting with ourselves. That is how people connect to one another. It's the people who like, the people who show, who put their energy into me. I am putting my energy into you, but our energies will be blocked from one another if we do not know how to protect and shield and guide our light towards the right energy. And that is why you came here, because I am going to help you listen to yourself, but provide information on how you're able to be this story. If this isn't your story, but you're just wondering like, gosh, I feel like this is what I want to get to, you're in the right place and you're on your way. I was there too, but here I am now. Here I am now. I'll pull one angel card as well to see if our angels have anything to say. Dear angels of 100% white light who vibrate at the highest frequencies of love and light. Dear ancestors and angels of 100% white light who have watched over and protected me. Ah. Inner child. Beautiful. Inner child. Any other angel card that would like to come out? And what I love so much is that with this card being an inner child is all about opening your heart. Opening that heart. When we're young, we're these deers. We're innocent. The world is new. We are the new harvest of the earth. You know, we have grown and here we are. It's about grounding yourself, getting back in touch with the earth, with the animals, just like the High Priestess here. Now, with the inner child, she's looking at the beauty of something new because she doesn't have to look within herself any longer because the world is so new. Everything is sparkling and glistening. You have to go as a High Priestess to get here. This grown woman had to go within to see her inner child. Because often a lot of the blockages that prevent us from actually growing forward and sprouting are due to issues that have been with us for long times. That has to do with, you know, other certain energies. Okay, my battery is totally, we will talk about just so many different things. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for speeding this up. I know that my guides are telling me that I should charge and come back, but my battery's about to die. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please share if you feel so fitting, but definitely keep reaching for your stars. Keep talking to the universe. Open up those chakras. Listen to some Reiki. Check out some Solfreggio frequencies. Just open your heart, and if you do, I will connect to you and you can connect to me through her divine light. So thank you so much for watching. Okay, I had to come back really quick because this crystal card popped out, and this is it's all about heart healing. So again, rose quartz, the heart, angel Bethiel, it's all about opening up your heart. Watch these chakra videos. I will post links below. Definitely, let's start opening our hearts up so we can connect more and more. I'm feeling so good about this. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll put the name of the card down there so you can Google it in the meantime and heal your heart, open yourself up, and yeah, I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching Her Divine Light. I hope that you have found yourself, and I hope that you've heard your divine light.